the Copa America, Brazil had to come from behind to get all 3 points as they took on Colombia. We'll take a look at that and much more next. That's right, folks, back once again with another match review. Looking back at, of course, the Copa America match over in Group B between Brazil and Colombia. That's right, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new, where have you been, boys? Smash your subscribe button and get your bang up to date with all things Copa America related, Papa Novas related, well, football related. We got it all here, boys. Under Waruski, that's right. Goodness gracious me, Brazil playing a bit of dodgy ball there. Of course, get themselves the 3 points in the end after trailing for the vast majority of the game up against Colombia. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Big shout out to the VIPs. They are the Patreons. Thank you for your support over the years. And of course, if you are interested in supporting the channel in another way and you're not a Patreon, check out the links in the description. Patreon.com/Roverseas. But anyway, let's get cracking. Smash your subscribe. Race to 25k. Here we go, boys and girls. Let's take a look at the stats then and figures for Brazil, Colombia in Group B. That's right. 2-1 in the end. Brazil coming back from a 1-goal deficit. Luis Diaz early doors for Colombia, giving them the lead before 2 late goals. One from Roberto Firmino on the 78th minute and 10 minutes of stoppage time and a chunk of change. Casemiro with the winner as Brazil looked to maintain their 100% start to the Copa America. And of course, top of pops. They got 1 game left to really wrap it up in a dicky bow. But 69% possession for the Brazilians, 31% going in favour. Sorry, scrap that. Flip that. No, that is correct. I've just got those images are wrong. So 69% possession for Brazil, 31% going in favour of Colombia as well in the end. 15 shots as well. Brazil really peppered them, 4 of them on target. Bit toothless when you look at the shots. That's kind of like Blackburn Rovers. A lot of shots on target, not many on target. Not many on target. 8 shots off target. 3 were blocked. As for Colombia, just total 3 shots for the day. 2 of them on target. 1 in the back of the net. As for the corners, 8-1. Yes. For Brazil, of course, peppered them as well with their set pieces. Big chances, 4 for Brazil, 3 of them were missed. 1 of them did hit the woodwork. 644 passes as well for Brazil compared to 294. 561 were completed, which makes around about 87% success rate compared to Colombia's 70% success rate. As for the aerial duels, they were won by Brazil, but in fact, there is not many stats when you look at the grander picture here that go in favour of Colombia. The only stat that really kind of maybe gives a different picture is that early lead, Luis Diaz with the 10th minute goal to put them in control for the time being. But guess what? It all comes out in the wash. That's right. Brazil coming on top with a 2-1 win. Let's take a look at the shot grid here. As you can see, the sparse efforts here from for Colombia resort to a couple of shots within the box. 1 of them in the back of the net. And of course, this long range effort appeared to be blocked. As for Brazil, bit wild, bit crazy. A lot of long range shots. A lot of shots outside the box, and of course, a conservative amount of efforts within the D as well, within the 16-yard box to really give Brazil the goalkeeper something to think about. Let's take a look at the heat maps. As you can see, Brazil here, this is their keeper, this is their attacking line. When they were coming forward or when they did progress, it seems to be that they were coming more often down that left-hand side. A lot of touches up this top left-hand corner, but again, in that middle third is owned by Brazil. As for Colombia, Ortiz, I believe, between the sticks. We're going to confirm that. Ospina between the sticks. On the right-hand side, that's why, of course, defending that left-hand side surge from Brazil. And again, when they did come forward, it was more down the left a little bit, and again, very sparse. Hardly gave the keeper any trouble. And of course, a different keeper this time around. Viverton getting some minutes for Brazil. As for the touch map, Brazil's touch map here, again, very condensed in this top left-hand side, as you can see it. And again, that middle third is owned by Brazil. As for Colombia, pegged back. Not really much to get excited about there. As for the starting lineups, here we go. Of course, yes, a bit of a mixture there. Weaverton coming in, 33 years old now. Is in the books of Palmeiras? I don't know. Thiago Silva at the back. Marquinhos, Alexandra, Danilo make up your back four. Casemiro, Fred, Rick Carlson, Everton, Ribeiro, Neymar, and Gabriel Jesus started the game. Casemiro with 1 of the goals. The other goal coming from the substitutes bench. Meanwhile, Colombia with David Ospina between sticks in the books of Napoli these days. Yerry Mina at the back alongside Davison Sanchez. William Telicio also in the mix, Daniel Munez, William Barrios, Matias Uribe, Luis Diaz, Juan Carrado with Davun Zapata and Santos Bore up top. As for the substitutions, we did see Renan Lodi coming on, 23-year-old these days on the books of Atletico. Everton came on as well, Lucas Paqueta, Gabriel Barbosa, and of course Roberto Firmino coming on with the goal, which of course was massive. As for Colombia, we did see the likes of Oscar Murillo, Gustavo Cuela, Miguel Borja coming on. No matey boy, no Morales. Didn't see him even in the squad here. So yeah, interesting scenario going on with him. Let's take a look at the older the formations. Of course, match ratings. Brazil coming in with a 4-4-2. As for Colombia, they matched him with a 4-4-2 as well. The man of the match was Casemiro with an 8.1. As for the other best guys, of course, Neymar with a 7.5, 7.2 for Yeremina was probably the best Colombian. Maybe Luis Diaz actually with the goal as well. 7.2 for Thiago Silva at the back. As for the timeline of events, as you see down the bottom here, the first goal from Colombia had them in the lead for a vast majority of the game, but unfortunately they couldn't hold the deficit for much longer with a late goal here, and of course the other one off the charts. It's way out there. But ultimately, yeah, Brazil look good at the moment, and we'll have a look at the situation right here, right now. So take a look at the situation right here, right now in regards to the table. Of course, Brazil are running away with it. 9 points. Of course, they cannot be top. They will be group winners, so they can play absolutely whoever they wanted for the final game of their campaign, which will be up against Ecuador. Ecuador have got it all to do as well. Right here, right now, they sit in 4th. They will play Brazil, of course, last. A heavy defeat could see them go beneath Venezuela and not make the knockout stages. So it's going to be a touch and go to see who makes it. As for Venezuela, they will be taking on Peru for a right to join Peru into the next stages. Because a win for Venezuela would see Peru go up to will go down, and Venezuela will move up a notch as well. Colombia look to be there, I think, even though they completed their 4 games, 2 defeats for them, just 1 win as well, and a very, very one-sided group. This is a very, very one-sided group. But anyway, that's what I think. Of course, let me know your thoughts and opinions about the Copa America, and of course, the state of this play over in Group B. Can you see the likes of Ecuador or Venezuela making it into the last 8? And who do you think can challenge Brazil for that title? Colombia got any more hope? What about Argentina, Chile, and Uruguay? These are the big boys, the big 5 that we'd expect to make it at least to the semi-finals. Anyway, one of those will be disappointed. Let me know your thoughts and opinions, of course, with these games in the old description, of course, in the comments down below. But until then, smash your thumbs up, smash your subscribe, hit the little bell. I'll see you for the next.